Welcome everybody, Hot Tea and MTG here. I'm having a difficult time acquiring Magic cards. Um, I put, I ordered a box of 100 basic lands, right? 20 of all color. Couldn't be a simpler order. I was pretty happy with it. The idea, it was a little less than $5. It would allow my family to create any kind of deck they wanted from my 1,000 bulk common cards that I bought a few weeks back. It showed up in the mail, and I gathered the kids around. I was like, "Come on, kids! Now we're gonna have all the lands we want." If I could borrow a page from Alpha Investments, come on, little Timmy! It was clearly a Timmy moment, and me and my kids, we gathered around the box. And we opened it up for the soup that was inside, like Oliver Twist. And out came the cards. Oh boy, look at that. Look at that. Magic cards. And what we found was not a single basic land in the whole bunch. It was just more bulk commons. Look at this. There wasn't... To be fair, it was supposed to be 100 cards, and they actually sent me 158. So... I mean, there's that, but the whole thing was just bulk common cards. Look at this, just and not really anything of note. There was it was mostly M19 and a little bit mostly M19 and Dominaria, and being a new player returning to the series, returning to the game, there were a lot from. Probably about a quarter of it was from sets I didn't recognize. The problem is, if I knew what this was going to be, it would have been a great... I would have been happy with it. A little less than $5. Just send me some commons. I can give the box to the kids. They can open it and have a wonderful time. But since the kids were there and they didn't realize that it wasn't what I needed... Oh, the magic cards... The magic cards! And that part was kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. The kids had a great time. But they pulled out cards they wanted, and now I can't return it. I'm having a hard time buying magic cards off of eBay, guys. The only other time I did it was my bulk box, and that took a really long time. They didn't ship it using the eBay shipping, so it took forever. At the same time this was going on, I had an order over at TCG Player where I ordered... I reordered several cards that are in my red deck, which I don't have here. They were all cards that I had already, but I wanted foil versions. I play with the kids. The kids see the foils, and the foil ends up being, I think, more interesting to them than it would be to the average player. I mean, foils are cool anyway, in my opinion, but mostly commons that were foil. Tolarian Scholar, some basic lands. The basic lands were what I really wanted. I can't think of any of the other names of the common cards. Arcane Flight was another one. I don't know. That was my blue-red cards. And that just never came. It just never came. It was a couple of weeks, came and went. I was able to file for a refund, so that's and I got it. So my hat's off to the particular dealer who sold it to me. Got no problem with them. Things happen. Things get lost in the mail. But I'm having a difficult time getting my magic cards, guys. So here's one thing that I did get that worked out. The local game store to the rescue. Never underestimate the power of the local game store. And I'm finding that out now that I'm having issues with the mail. I stopped into the local game store to help my son out because he lost the last few matches, and he's 8 years old. A losing streak for an 8-year-old is tough. So I thought I'd cheer him up, and it's just, here's some rares. He really likes the whole rarity scale. I've got rares. These are rare. So hey man, Dad's gonna bring you some rares. So I stopped in. I bought a few rares. I spent like $3, and they have a mana bank there, and I said, hey man, to the owner. I've been in this place a bunch of times now. Now I really like this guy. I was kind of shaky at first. Sold some of my cards. Didn't get quite as much money as I wanted, but I like this guy now. He takes care of me. Now that he's shifted gears out of buy cards mode into let's take care of customers code, he's all right. I really like the guy. So I bought the rares, and he's happy to sell them to me. You know, the loose singles is probably where he makes most of his money, I could imagine. So now, since there's the rate hike, let's check out the loose singles, see if there's any way this can be beneficial to me, and it helps the game store a little more. I said, hey man, I'm getting these singles. Can I dip into the mana bank a little bit? And he goes, oh sure, whatever you want. I assume they use this for the draft. I haven't attended a draft yet, but they buy collections wholesale. They probably just dump the basic lands in this box, and then when they have a draft, that's must be what they draw from. I assume. I've done this before. They've been super nice. It was enough for me to build a few decks for my kids to get us going. So I got this. I was so thrilled because I saw something in that mana bank I wasn't expecting to see. This is what I was expecting to see, okay? A lot of these, okay? So here we've got, oh, come on now. Here we've got M19, right? Can you see that? M19, yeah? Whatever that is, yeah? A lot of these more modern sets, that's what I was expecting to see. What I was absolutely not expecting to see was these gorgeous, revised, unplayed. Is this revised? I can't remember if it's revised or unlimited, but look at this. And I don't know how well you can see this, but these are just in absolutely gorgeous condition. A bunch of plains and a bunch of swamps. Come on now, show me a swamp. Where's one of the swamps? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. A few of these swamps. Oh my goodness. And then one, oh, it's not in here now. And there was one 4th edition forest. Either 4th or 5th edition. I'm not even sure which anymore. But a lot of these old lands, and my son plays blue-black, so I was like, hey, would you like to have some of these old swamps in your deck? We play kitchen table. It doesn't matter what set they're from. If you want them, take them. And he was like, this is an 8-year-old who wasn't around in those days comparing these old lands to the way they are now. And he was like, Dad, I just think the newer ones are more colorful. That's what he said. These old ones look kind of plain. Those were the words he used. I don't think he's wrong per se. We agreed that you really had to be around when this is what lands look like in order for this to be appealing. And I certainly was. So I think this is a heck of a find. I could not buy this from eBay, these basic lands. I couldn't buy it from eBay, and I couldn't buy it from TCG Player. Both sources had consecutive deals fall through. So the local game store was clearly the savior of the day. And that's all I got for now. Acquiring these things has been a bit of a beast. And I'm aware that now there's the rate hike for Magic the Gathering, the price adjustment. So we're gonna see. This was the last day. This is August the 31st. So I would imagine the price is gonna increase because they're increasing what they're charging the stores. The end consumer is gonna see it somehow. So we'll just have to see what happens. I wanted to stop and get Magic cards one more time. I got a couple of boosters. I'm not gonna open them now, but we'll do a little bit more M19 opening in the future. And that's pretty much it. That's been my Magic the Gathering adventures this past week. Quite a ride it's been. Thank you guys for watching. This is Hot Tea and MTG. I'll see you in the next one.